Hi and welcome to Oils World. This week I'm joined by Jordan Tiernan. He's Outdoors Magic staff writer. We've got him in because he's been trying out the brand new Suunto 9 watch. Jordan, quick verdict, what do you think?
So quick verdict, yep, very, very good watch. I'd give it maybe around 7 out of 10. And that's from the really good battery life, GPS tracking and heart rate sensor.
Okay.
In a nutshell.
Well, you've been using it quite a lot over the past 6 weeks, right? What kind of stuff have you been up to?
Yeah, so I've had 2 ski touring trips out to France, out to Tiernan in France, where I've done a bit of hut-to-hut ski touring and single-day ski touring, and I've always had the 9 on my wrist. And then also I flew out to Iceland as well for a 4-day-long hiking trip, where I took it out hiking. So It's been with me through everything. It's always been tracking those days as well.
Okay, well, you've got some experience with Suunto, haven't you? You've used it before, right?
Yeah, that's right. So I used to have an old and very tired Suunto Core. It's about 10 years old now. And that had a really, really minimal feature set. It just had a barometer on it for the altitude. So you had to sort of calibrate it every morning and get the right altitude. And that was about where the features ended. So the Core is much, much better. It still has barometer on it, but now the altitude's done through GPS.
Okay. Well. So you would, if they were both lined up against each other, would you leave the Core at home and take that one?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. This can boast a 120-hour battery life if it's just tracking GPS. With GPS and heart rate, it's 40 hours of tracking. So it's really, really efficient. And most of the smartwatches at the market don't compete with the battery life of the 9.
Right. In terms of navigation, then, what does it show? Can you upload kind of OS maps onto it, or is it one of those ones that's simple breadcrumb?
Yes, sadly with the 9 it's pretty basic in terms of mapping. So we're keen to get our hands on the Fenix, obviously, that has actual OS map onto the device itself, but the Core is just a very simple sort of breadcrumb trail. So it will show you the trail that you've taken, so that you can turn around and go back the same way. That's where the navigation goes. But you can upload all of your, obviously, what you've been tracking up onto Moves Count, where it will show you on OS map exactly where you've been. So after you get home, you can then upload it to your computer or smartphone and see exactly where you've been and track it that way. Okay,
cool. And so the difference with this one as well is it's got touchscreen compatibility, right?
Yeah, that's right. So it's got full touchscreen compatibility, so you can sort of scroll through the menu as you wish, which is really, really nice feature. It makes it so accessible to scroll through and choose what exercise you want to do. It's also, you can adjust the brightness as well, in terms of, if it's a really strong sunlight day, then you can sort of adjust the brightness to 100% to make sure that you can see what you're doing on the touchscreen and scroll through really easily. Another really useful thing is the buttons on the side as well. So if like me, you use this watch during winter, you obviously wearing gloves a lot, which don't always work with touchscreen. So it's really good to have these 3 simple navigational buttons, so you can still just navigate through the menu system. However, I found these a bit of a pain. If you do like to wear your watch on the left arm, then if you reach up and sort of twist your wrist like that, then you can accidentally press the buttons, which can stop some of the tracking or sort of start scrolling through the menu when you don't want to. So
did you actually find that was an issue when
you Yeah, I did. So say when you're tracking and you press this top button, then it can pause your tracking. Yeah. So say if I was ski touring and I reached to get something in my bag, which required my wrist to go just like that, then it would accidentally press a button and I might find that I've paused my tracking on the day when I went to check the watch, which was a bit of a pain.
Yeah.
You can get around this by wearing the watch on the obviously the right arm, but I'm used to the left, so this is what I did.
Okay. So. You've already touched a little bit on the battery life, but overall, have you been impressed by that?
Yeah, for sure. The battery life, really, really good. So it's got its own sort of charging system just here, which you can charge through a USB. So plug it into your computer, plug it into a wall at home, and it will get charging. It's pretty fast charging system. One complaint I have, maybe they could have made that a USB-C. I'm not sure about the waterproofing qualities of USB-C, but it would be nice to have sort of the same charging cable for everything. But that's only a minor niggle.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, with the battery life, it's really, really good. I'd say it's the best in class in terms of smartwatch on the market. I know for sure the Garmin can't compete with the 9 and the Casio 2. It can really sort of adjust its programs to sort of efficiently use the battery.
Okay,
as well.
Yeah, right, hang on, let's have a look then. Durability, happy with it? Or
Yeah.
I can see you thinking, oh, that's my watch now.
It's been through a fair few knocks, obviously ski touring, with a few sort of scrambling sections as well. It's looking really good, like you can see. I'd expect this thing to last a long time. I've got a bit of a history with Suunto watch straps, actually. I've been through 3 straps on my Core. They've all sort of snapped around this area from when it used to bend. Both plastic and leather versions as well, but this one seems really, really tough and elastic. It looks like it's it's built to last.
Yeah. And in terms of comfort, have you found that strap to be comfortable?
Yeah, definitely. One thing I should say, whilst we're on the strap, you just got to make sure you do it up quite nice and tight around you. I have found that I've been, during these trips out to France and Iceland, I've been running in London, and whenever I've been out running with this strap and it's been quite loose, it's not been tracking my heart rate. And I believe that's because I've had it quite loose on my wrist. Okay. So just make sure you do the strap up nice and tight, and then, yeah, that's good. Okay,
right. 3 key features. What are the 3 things you've been using?
So obviously, for me, the ski touring feature, to be able to track all the key features of ski touring. So that was GPS, obviously, heart rate, my cadence, my height in terms of altitude, and height gained and lost as well. So I really, really like the exercise features found on this watch. I found it displayed it all really, really well in a nice, clean and simple way. Obviously, sort of linked to that, it's the heart rate as well. It's got to be a key feature for me. I've never actually had a heart rate monitor before. I've never really cared about my heart rates, what sort of heart rate zone I'm in the day. But having used this for the past 6 weeks, I've got really into sort of working out which heart rate zone is most efficient for me in terms of ski touring, in terms of making my day the easiest on the hill. So It's been really interesting. And finally, I'd say the really, really simple, if you scroll through to navigation, you can go down to your location. And just like that, it will search for your location. It probably won't pick it up here because we're in an office, but you can simply just click through to search for your location, and then it will give you a GPS location. If things do go wrong when you're in the backcountry, again, particularly for ski touring, when you're really, really out there, it's really good to have this search for location feature where you can get a quick GPS track.
So from your experience using this out in the field, how accurate have you found that GPS?
Yeah, so I've looked back through my Strava now and then, looked at my ski tours and things like that, and you can see it is referencing the GPS points really, really well.
Okay, cool.
Doing.
What was I going to say? Say I wanted to listen to ABBA's greatest hits, as I normally do when I'm out on the slopes.
I know you do.
Is that going to be possible for me?
No, sadly not. So again, we're waiting to get the Fenix from Garmin, which does have Spotify. Not only does it have Spotify, it's also got Garmin Pay, so you can use your credit card with this watch. And that would be really useful. Say when I go for a run in London, I wouldn't have to carry my Oyster card or my phone or anything else like my debit card. I could just go out with this, have my music on with my Bluetooth headphones, and also use this to access the tube. That would be a really, really handy feature. If the Suunto is slightly lacking in terms of that, but then it must be said, it would become in a much larger form factor. If it were to have, the size required to hold tracks on it and hold the information for your credit card, it would be a much larger form factor.
Yeah, and then a bit clunky, I guess.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, okay. And what's the price? Do you know off the top of your head?
I believe it's £530 retail. So that's £530 for the barometer. It's a little cheaper. Don't quote me on the price for without the barometer, but it's a little cheaper without the barometer.
And in terms of the competition out there, where does that place it?
Yeah, so it's around, I believe, again, £150 cheaper than the Garmin Fenix. I'm not sure if you know the price for the Casio.
I think that's something like 499 or something.
Okay,
but yeah, don't quote me on that either.
So I'd say Suunto have placed it quite well, sort of slap bang in the middle, and you can see that with the features. The biggest selling point of the 9 is the battery life. It will just keep going throughout. So that's really good. Okay.
So if you were a general outdoor enthusiast who wasn't a gear reviewer and you saw this in the shops, would you buy it?
Yes, definitely. Yeah, I'm a bit hesitant to say that I would 150% buy it because I've not been out with the Garmin.
Okay.
So
right.
if I saw both the Suunto and the Garmin together in the shop, and you get these pushy salespeople trying to sell you either, I might sort of head towards the Garmin because it does have, again, Spotify and Garmin Pay and full OS map use, which are features that would be key to me.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing I'd look for.
Exactly.
Watch,
give me time on the Garmin and then ask me again.
Yeah, okay, cool. Well, thanks very much. That was really, really comprehensive. Problem. I hope you all enjoyed that as well. If you've got any questions, I'm sure Jordan can answer them. Just stick them down in the comments below and we'll see what we can do. But until next week, catch you next time. Shit, sign off. In the meantime, that's it for today. No, it's not in the meantime, is it? We're not in the meantime. But that's all for today. Please tune in next week where we'll be taking a look at another interesting bit of kit. And also, if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that button below. Cheers.